Gudi Padwa, happy Ugadi and happy Cheti Chand. Happy New Year everyone. Yes, today is the actual day when we celebrate Gudi Padwa. So in this video which is my Gudi Padwa 2021 special, I have um, I have made like a pre-prep video leading to this today's event, which has to be finished in the morning. You have to hoist your Gudi Padwa before between 8 and 9 o'clock. So how this video will show you how I went to Little India yesterday to do my shopping. What are the things that you have to keep in mind when you're shopping for Gudi Padwa things? Then I came back and I made the garland that you will see in the video that we put at the entrance. Then you'll see how to prepare the goodie which you're going to hoist outside your gate or outside your out of your house or in the balcony. We do it in the garden. So Samir is going to help me prepare the goodie and he's going to hoist it. Then I'm going to do the goodie ji puja. I've also shown you, or I've also recorded the traditional jewelry, Maharashtrian jewelry that we wear on a traditional Maharashtrian sari, which is called a nawari. There are there's different kinds of jewelry, and there are different kinds or drapes of a nawari. What I am wearing is the Peshwai nawari with the crisscross, with the not crisscross exactly, zigzag, with the zigzag khotsa that they call, um, otsa. I think otsa they call it. Not bad, very bad, but I'm not very great at this. I won't say I suck, but I'm fine. So yes, so I have made a video of my shopping. I have covered the jewelry. I've covered the Nawari sari that I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna show you all how I look. The puja, how to hoist the goodie, and yeah, little information as we go along. I hope you like this video, and I hope you all have a very nice, prosperous, happy, healthy new year with lot of mental peace and satisfaction. That is important, and I hope you like my video and you enjoy it. You enjoy watching it as much as I've enjoyed making it. If there's anything that's not gone well, or that's wrong, or you feel, oh, it's not done this way, please let me know in the comments. We are all learning, and I'm a forever learner. So if you like the video, then you also have to do few things. You have to like, you have to share, and you have to subscribe to my channel. So hope you like what's coming next, and happy Gudi Padwa, happy New Year again. Now I've come to Little India, to the not the Tekka market, opposite the Tekka market, to get some flowers and neem leaves and mango leaves. My mom-in-law is arranging. Her friend has a mango tree in her backyard, so she's gonna give us some mango leaves. But all the small things, that we require for the puja or for Gudi Padwa tomorrow, to tie on the goodie, we've come to get that. I don't know how it's gonna be, but if it's possible, I will record and I will show you all. So let's go. Our bags are ready and let's go shopping. So the neem leaves that we need to buy, or we should buy for the Gudi Padwa, should have these tiny flowers. So this is one packet here of marigolds. I'm taking my neem leaves. And yeah, so this is another flower shop. And we need to buy one garland also. One jasmine garland also. I need. Small one. And is that with the rose? This one? Such beautiful flowers. Yeah, mango leaves also here. But we don't need this. And give me the jasmine for $3. Yeah, so my flower shopping is almost done. So I've tied it here and I've made this garland, and we'll hang it up there tomorrow. So like I said, I'll show you some typical Maharashtrian jewelry. So let's start with the forehead, the bindi. Oh, I forgot the khopa. Never mind, I'll tell you all. So this is the Chandra half moon bindi. This is like a typical, very Maharashtrian kind of bindi. Um, and then let's move to the neck part of it. So this is a thushi. This is a thushi. Thushi is like a choker. This is a thushi design. So you wear this, the first thing that you wear around your neck is a thushi. If you're not wearing the poth is like a black kind of a Mangalsutra, very close to the neck with one small gold bead. So this is known as the thushi. Then this is the tanmani. Tanmani or chinchapeti. This is a tanmani, but people also wear chinchapeti. I will, when I get time, and if you all want to see all the traditional Maharashtrian jewelry, we will do a vlog on that. But right now, this is tanmani. Now this tanmani, it's an heirloom piece. It's very, very old. I don't know how many generations old this is. It's come from my mom-in-law to me, and hopefully it will go from from me to my daughter-in-law. Hopefully, because no, I'm not greedy. Just that I don't know if the concept of marriage will still exist when they grow up. Well, in any case, this is very, very, very old. Very old. I don't know. I really don't know how many generations old. I have to ask my mom-in-law. But certainly, this design is not. You can't remake. I mean, of course, if you copy this design and make it, you can. But this design is not available anymore in tanmanis. So it's a very old design. So this is made of pearls and stones and stuff like that. So this is tanmani. So you wear your thushi choker, then you wear tanmani. This is traditional Maharashtrian, typical Maharashtrian jewelry. Then there obviously is a Lakshmi har and different kind of Safikari har and all that if you want to wear. This is a Mohan mar. These are 3 layers or 5 layers, how many ever, or one single layer some people make. This is a Mohan mar. Then this is a typical Mangalsutra. Nowadays, girls wear diamond Mangalsutras or mostly diamond Mangalsutras or fake if you're traveling by train. But this is what we wear in the wedding. This is a wedding Mangalsutra. These are called vatis. So we fill one with turmeric and one with sindoor, and then this is worn ulta for 1 month. Ulta as in upside, other way around, reverse side for 1 month, and then you wear the straight side. So this is Mangalsutra. Then let's move on to the, oh sorry, I forgot about the earrings. So this is kudya. These are called kudya. This is also again my mother-in-law's. She's gifted them to me. This is again pearl kudya. Then mostly Brahmin women wear kudya and pearl jewelry. They like to wear pearl jewelry. Maratha women or the other side would like to wear like these jhumkis. These are jhumkas or jhumkis with a chain. Kan chain. This is kan sakhri. Like this one side of it gets hooked to the jhumkas, and then the other one goes in your hair. So it looks very nice. Your ear looks very full. Then after that we have the bangle, bangdi, as you say. There are different kinds of bangles, and then there is tode, patlya. So this is tode. This is called thushi tode. There are lots of different kinds of tode, gahu tode, shindeshahi tode, different kinds. But this design in particular is like the thushi beads. So this is called the thushi tode. Then we have the nath. This again is a very typical piece of jewelry. It's called the nath. This is worn in on the nose. If you don't have a hole, if you've not pierced your nose, then this is a modern take on this traditional nath. This is like a chapachi nath. It's like clip-on. So that's a nath. Then again, this again is like pearl and rubies and gold or silver, whatever. This again is a traditional bangle. Again, Brahmani, very Brahmani jewelry with the pearl and stuff. Then this is like normally people wear painzan or payal. So this is like a Jadao Payal, or the traditional ones are these. This is the silver traditional Payal anklets. Then this is Zodvi. Every married woman wears this. Now even unmarried women wear. It is actually scientifically, it holds on to your acupuncture points, and it's very good for your fertility and your stomach, ovaries, and that part of area. The points are there in the middle toe. So this is called Zodvi. But in the olden days, a married woman had to wear Zodvis, and now this is like a twist, modern day twist on Zodvis. They're different, various designs. So yeah, this is what you would wear typically on a Maharashtrian sari during your festival. This is how it would look. Hi, so today is the Gudi Padwa morning and my preparations have started. I have gotten ready in my Nawari sari and my jewelry that I showed y'all. Now Samir is hanging the toran which we made yesterday at the entrance of the door. And I'm going to go out now and clean the space where we are going to hoist the Gudi and draw some rangoli around it. Samir is now going to decorate the Gudi before we hoist it, or for hoisting. So we've got this stick here, this one, and we have to prepare this stick and then put it outside. Now one thing that I must tell you all is to tie these things together, you must avoid using a thin string like this or this. You should always use a nada, which we use in the petticoats, or some to fasten something. So you have to use a thick cloth, a nada. Now first he is going to do puja or just put tikka to the stick, and now he'll start. This is the, usually people buy saris and people use that sari for the Gudi, but I don't use sari because the stick is not that strong to take the weight. So this is like a dupatta or a chunri, but it's a new one with shimmer and all, because that's how I like it. So just have to make pleats and then put it on the Gudi. So now he's going to put it on the stick and then he has to tie it. So let me just hold it for him so he can tie. Should I hold the stick for you? Then we put the mango leaves and the neem leaves. And the marigold flowers. So you can either tie them one by one, or like what Samir is doing, tie them all together. And then the gathi that we made. Yeah, I've tied both the strings together, so that's that. Secured it very well. Now you have to put a tambya on it, but before that you need to put with this kumkum and some water, make some marks like stripes on it. You can use copper or silver. They say you should avoid stainless steel. So these kind of markings, straight or like squirrel. And not like at a distance, yeah. So there Mama is saying 4 marks, straight stripes for 4 directions. Nice. From top to bottom. So here we are out now. You can see the Torun. Mama doesn't like to come in the videos, but that's Mama. And Sameer is tying it to the post. They say you have to hoist it as tall as you can. This is a Brahma Dhwaj, like a flag, Brahma's flag. Yeah, has to be a little tilted. Yeah. So mom is telling him that this has to be a little tilted. So this is outside and this is how the Toran looks. Yeah. And he's going to tie it from bottom also. You have to also worship the part that you put the gudi on. You have to put some grains of rice and some flour. So the gudi has the sari, the sugar candy garland, marigold flowers, mango leaves, which Mama I told you was going to bring from her friend's garden, and the neem leaves, with the neem flowers, and then the lota or the tumbler. And now we're going to do the puja. Yes, and I'm handing over the phone to Sameer so he can take a video. So now we're just doing puja for the gudi and asking the gudi for peace, happiness, good health, prosperity, and a very nice new year. Let's leave it here and let's
This is
all
our
pray together.
first Chaitra Mas.
Yes, that I
First,
told them. Mama saying this is the starting of our Hindu New Year, the Chaitra Mas New Year. The calendar starts from today. And this is me. Like I told you all, I'm going to show you the Maharashtrian traditional outfit. And this is Veeran. So I hope you all have a very nice and a very happy Gudi Padwa. Mama is going to make gulab jamun in the evening because Sameer is going to come home for dinner. He's busy at lunch. So we're going to have a nice, again, typical Marathi menu. And we're going to enjoy ourselves and you should enjoy it too. Happy New Year. Bye.